What's going on, guys? Just going with a brand new video, guys. Today coming at you with some Infinite Minigolf on the Nintendo Switch, my friends. Huge thanks to Zen Studios for hooking me up with this game for free to provide you guys with some content on it. Now, this video is going to be more of kind of like an overview, sort of a loose review, not kind of your formal review you would normally see from me, but that's because I really wanted to walk you guys through this because I don't even know where to start. There's so many amazing things about this game. There's so much to it that we just have to kind of walk you through it, you know what I mean? So first off, the game is on multiple platforms. You can get it on PlayStation 4, PlayStation VR, which that should be very interesting, Xbox One, of course, Nintendo Switch, which I'm playing it on, Steam, and HTC Vive. It released July 25th, 2017. The price is $14.99 US or $14.99 in Europe. But if you live in Canada like me, it's 20 bucks because the Canadian dollar is just not very good. Let's just face it. Now, the reason it's called Infinite Minigolf is because the holes to play in the game, holes is basically a course. The courses to play in the game are constantly expanding because there's a course editor. We're going to get to that a little bit more deeply in a second. Right now, at the time of recording, you guys can see there's 5,502 holes to play, and that is growing. Again, we're going to get into the course editor in a second, but I want to go through customization, missions, things like that. So first off, you got missions. They're kind of like challenges. They ask you to do certain things. For example, you know, use the ball control power up 2 times. We're going to get into power ups again in a second. See what I mean? Like everything kind of crisscrosses each other because there's so much to it. You know, play 5 holes on the Santa's factory theme. Again, we'll get into that in a second. Different things like that. And you earn rewards, you know, like coins, things like that, which you can then spend in the shop. I guess this is kind of like part of the shop. Well, there's actually like a store where you can buy like mini packs and things like that, which have like, you know, cards and avatar items and things like that, which then you can use in the shop over here. Now, unfortunately, you have to level up to unlock some certain gear, which isn't a huge, you know, issue. You know, kind of gives you more incentive to actually, you know, rank up. But there's a load of customization. I mean, this is just for the hair. So it goes up to level 20. I don't know if you can level up past 20 or if that's just, you know, the cap for you know, when you unlock the last piece of gear. So you can choose your race. You can choose eyewear, such as glasses and sunglasses. You can, you know, customize your eyes, your hair, your shirts, which, by the way, you unlock different kinds of shirts like the one I'm wearing playing tournaments. Again, we're going to get to that in a second. You know, you got pants, you got shoes, belts. No idea what this is, actually. You got bracelets, you got your putters, your mini putt, your putters. Yeah, your putters. You got your ball. Now I got a red ball. I bought a red ball because I like red. You start out with a white one, and there's all these like funky different shapes of balls. Like this one looks like one of those honeycomb cereals. If you guys remember those cereals. You got like, I mean, this one here. You got this one, which is kind of like a ball of rope. You got this one, which is kind of like all this kind of, I don't even know what that is. It's just like swirly rubber. All different kinds of balls. I mean, it's crazy. And again, you unlock them as you rank up. Like, look at it. Boom. Lots of them. So lots of customization options, which is really cool. Of course, you can invite your friends to play a game, things like that. You know, I can go here, invite my friends. Different things like that. Really cool. Now, there's 3 different game modes. You got solo, local match, and online match, or 3 different, I guess, kind of game modes, if you will. Now, we'll get into solo in a second, but basically, local and online, you can play up to 8 players, which is insane. It's insane. There's so much fun to be had. You know, 4 to 8 players. You know, depending on the game mode. Now, if you go to online match, for example, you go to find a match. You can see the different kind of matches you can search for. So there's fun and competitive. Now you can search for 1v1s, tournaments, which are 4 to 8 players, classic, which is, you know, classic mini golf, mini putt, mini golf, whatever, hole or nothing, and crazy. Now, you also have competitive for 1v1s and tournaments, 4 to 8 players. So really cool stuff going on there as well. You know, lots of different kind of options to play, you know, with multiplayer, and that's really cool. Options is just like, you know, audio, you know, controls, because you can change the sensitivity of the sticks, things like that. Again, you guys can see why I wanted to just walk you guys through this, because there's so much to it. Now, if you go to play solo, you got quick play, which again is just kind of, you know, self-explanatory. You go in, you play a couple matches, things like that. There's 3 different themes. Now the themes are very interesting. Now I don't know if they're gonna add more as DLC at some point. I have no idea. I can't confirm that. I have, you know, they haven't mentioned anything. It'd be really cool though. But right now there are 3 absolutely vibrant environments, my friends, that each contain depth and detail that makes these worlds, you know, come alive. Each world comes complete with its own set of tools for users to create their own courses. You got Santa's Factory, which is a Christmas themed world that puts you to work alongside Santa's little elves, and I love snow environments. It's so awesome. I just love this map, the theme so much, and there's so many different courses to play under tournament, under quick play, and then of course people make their own. Then you got Nightmare Mansion, which mixes an eerie vibe jam-packed with spooky tools to create frightening fun courses. This one reminds me a lot of like Luigi's Mansion, which I love that game so much. So again, I really love that theme. It's so amazing. It's just that's the shirt I'm actually wearing on my character is from that one of those courses. And then you got Giant Home, which places players in a room full of imagination and fun, where players can engineer courses out of items that we all dreamed of and played with as kids. So that's also a very unique kind of spin on a theme, and it's a lot of fun, man. There's just a lot of fun to be had in there. Now you got tournaments. Like I said, in tournaments, the way it works is each theme has 4 tournaments, okay? And each tournament has 9 holes, but each tournament has 3 difficulties. So you go through casual first, which is like easy, and then you unlock normal, and then you unlock hard. So there's different difficulties to go through, and you can kind of challenge yourself to get the trophy in each one. And then again, you know, there's 3 different themes. You got the Nightmare Mansion theme. You guys can see right here, really cool themes. And then you got the Santa's Factory theme, which again, a lot of fun. I love the snow. I love the Luigi's Mansion kind of style theme. I love it so much. We're gonna jump into the editor. I'll show you guys kind of a quick glimpse on how that kind of works. All right, so as you guys can see, I chose the Santa's Factory theme. There's a lot going on in the background here. I love it. It's snowy. It's Christmassy. It's kind of reminds me of Whoville from the Grinch. I love it. It's so good. It's just so it's so happy. Okay, so I'm not really good at making maps. You guys see, you kind of have a blank canvas. Now again, I'm not really good at making maps at all, but I'm going to show you guys. There's multiple different kinds of you know, items you can choose from. You know, slanted kind of ramps, things like that. You got, you know, bumps. You got dips. You got steeper bumps. You got even steeper bumps, which you can really send your ball for like rocketing and flying. And you can combine these in so many different ways. Now again, if you push the R button, you can see you have different kind of curves. You know, you got normal curves, you got kind of like, you know, ramp curves, you got pointed curves, you got kind of a mixture of a pointed and curved curve, if that makes sense. You got kind of like these intersection looking things. You got so many different options. It's unreal. Like, there's so many things to choose from. Now, like, let's say, for example, let's say I start with this, right? And it takes practice. I gotta get good because, you know, I want to make some pretty awesome courses here. Oh boy, I gotta practice, my friends. Yeah, so if you push X, actually, what am I doing here? So if you push X, it automatically kind of like snaps to it. So if I do this, no. Yeah, there you go. If I do that, it kind of lifts it up to the right proportion. It just snaps to it. So there you go. So it makes it a lot easier if you just kind of push X. Now, again, you can do whatever you want. Make your own courses, put bridges. There's all different kinds of items, as you guys can see here. So you could put like the flag, the ending flag. You can put gems, things like that, which we're going to talk about in a minute. You got kind of speed belts or whatever. You got power-ups, which again we're going to talk about in a second here. You know, different kinds of structural, you know, hazards or obstructions, if you will. Lots of different stuff. Lots and lots and lots and lots of different stuff to customize. I'm not good at it. I got to practice. But let's go check out some of the courses that have already been made by other people. All right, my friends. Now, when you're in these courses, they're split up into 4 categories if you guys want to find, you know, specific things. Now, under pure, basically what it is just kind of standard, you know, mini putt, mini golf courses. There's no power-ups. There's no gimmicks. It's just, you know, it's just straight kind of plain courses. Now you got big, which are kind of bigger kind of courses, more complex, a little bit harder. You got, and they're longer as well. You got simple, which are shorter courses and a little bit easier. And then you got hard, which are like the really hard ones that are really going to test your skills and put them up to the ultimate test. And again, when you guys are searching, if I exit this here, you can kind of see like an example of the course if you wait for it to load. Obviously, when you hover over it, there you go. So this is this person's course. It's called Crazy Driver. You can see how many people have kind of thumbs up it and, you know, given it a rating, things like that. And, you know, the world record for the most points on it, which again, we're going to get into points in a second here. And again, I can see the, you know, the name of the course. I can see the person's name who, you know, made it and who holds the world record. So this person, Mr. Papa Bear, is the one that created it. But Mr. Papa Bear doesn't have the world record on their own course. So, you see what I mean? It's pretty cool. So, loads of different courses. Like I said, there's over 5,000 at the time of recording, and that's continuously growing. You guys see why it's called Infinite Minigolf? I mean, there's literally no end to how many courses you can kind of, you know, play, because people are making them constantly, people like you and me. So, if I push R, it'll show me the top rated courses, and I can, you know, find the best courses that people have enjoyed the most if I want to kind of filter out some of the courses that might not be that good. Kind of like my courses. My courses are not that good. Alright, so let's quickly talk about power-ups. I recently mentioned power-ups. You guys can see a diagram up on screen of all the different kinds of power-ups and examples of what they do. For example, if you look at the bottom right, it's a magnet power-up. Now, if you get this power-up and you're kind of, you know, in the kind of, you know, area of the hole, and you activate the power-up by pushing A, again, this is on if you're on the Switch. Whatever button is the button on the right side, I guess, of your controller. If you push that button, it'll activate the power-up. And the magnet, it basically sucks the ball into the hole if you're close enough to the hole. It's just really cool. And then you got other ones, which is kind of like, there's a rocket, which gives you kind of like a speed boost. All these different kinds of power-ups, my friends, it makes the game kind of more interesting and gives it a whole different kind of dynamic. Now, furthermore, if you guys see this diagram up on screen, this is how you actually win a game. This is how you can actually, you know, accumulate the most score. Because it's not just about the strokes, because usually in golf it's about the strokes. You know, if you get a hole-in-one, that beats someone who got like a par or a birdie, obviously. And as you guys see here, if you get a hole-in-one, for example, you'll get 10,000 points. Whereas if, you know, if it takes you 2 strokes, you'll only get 8,000 points, and so on and so on. Now, if we go down, though, you guys can see there's also gems where, you know, you can, if you get a purple gem, it's 2,000 points, 50 points each for every blue gem you acquire, and if you get every single blue gem, that's 2,000 gems. And so there's different kinds of ways to kind of accumulate points. There's, you know, ricochets, there's you know, fly time, so, you know, depending on how long your ball is kind of, you know, airborne off a ramp or something. All different kinds of ways to earn points. So it's really cool. It adds kind of, again, more of a dynamic to the game. I really want you guys to kind of understand and grasp it, because it's a really amazing game. And again, this is kind of a loose kind of overview / review, thoughts and impressions. Now here comes the thoughts and impressions part. I really enjoy the game. I'm a huge fan of mini golf. I used to play this mini golf on the PC way back in the day. Don't even remember what it was called. I was addicted to it. And so when I heard about this game, I really wanted to play it, and playing it on the Nintendo Switch allows you to be able to take it with you on the go as well, which is really cool. That's why I prefer to get it on the Switch personally. But again, it doesn't matter which system you play it on. It's a really fun game, and like I said, the courses are constantly expanding because, you know, people are constantly creating courses, so there's always something new to play, always something fresh to kind of try out. And again, you can create your own courses if you want as well, and kind of, you know, fool around with that. So there's a lot of fun to be had, and for the price, I don't think you can really go wrong. It's a really fun game. Overall, the game's a lot of fun, and I highly recommend it personally. But let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think from all the details and information I've given you? Do you think it's a game you're going to want to pick up? Have you already played it? If so, what do you guys think? What are your thoughts and impressions? Let me know in the comment section below. But again, a huge thanks to Zen Studios for providing me with this review copy. Really appreciate it. And I'll bring you guys some more gameplay, which is actually just, you know, just kind of, you know, normal gameplay without me ranting a bunch. So let me know if you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, smash the like button, subscribe to the comment, share, and all awesome stuff. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Like always, until then, game on.